I'm again continuing with the Final Fantasy XIV. Let's look. Alfinod has something on his mind. This wars of ours, Alfinod has reached a decision. I must ask that you not breathe a word of this to any of the others at the Rising Stones, especially Valhamin. I will brief Tataru on what we have learned, as well as Urianger. He may have insights into what the word told us. As for you, Silverian, after all you have done, I would say you have earned a rest. But speaking of well-earned rewards, I received missive from Sir Aymeric while you were away. That would seem he is planning a ceremony of some sort and would like you to attend. He didn't divulge the details, preferring instead to explain in period per person. Mayhap you should pay him a visit. I'll look details. All told, Alfinod intends to inform Tataru and Urianger of Mifilia's fate. He asks that you share with no one else that you have learned, especially Wilhelmin. He then states that you have more than earned a rest, only to suddenly recall that he but recently received missive from Sir Aymeric. It would seem that the Lord Commander is planning a ceremony of some sort and would like you to attend. However, he neglected to provide details, and visit to the congregation appears to be in order. So it seems that we are hiding from his sister, Wilhelmin, what had happened. Okay, so it's time to go Foundation. Temple Night Guard. The Lord Commander left instructions that you were to be shown inside.
A pleasure to see you again, my friend. I take it you received our invitation. Good, good. You of all people should be present. When the true brothers of the faith seized control of the vault, I feared the worst. Yet in adversity were we blessed with the promise of peace between man and dragon, through Vidofnir's timely rescue of an innocent child. Timely, I say, though miraculous or providential might better describe the event. The gods themselves could not have devised a more fitting symbol of hope. Needless to say, we could scarce let such an opportunity pass us by. Which is why I set about making formal arrangements for a peace conference between our peoples. You and yours have done more to bring us together than any, and it is only right that you attend. But I confess that is not the only reason I would be glad to have you there. Given Nidhogg's implacable opposition to the peace, it is possible that he and his followers may attempt to disrupt proceedings, in which event your presence would be a comfort to all in attendance. Pray understand, I have no wish to invite the worm's ire. But if our fractured nation is to heal, if we are to move forward as a people united, then we must do whatever is necessary to bring about lasting change. Tis nothing. Tis nothing. Lucia cautioned me against giving vent to my passions, lest my wounds reopen. It has not been easy reaching out to our opponents in Ishgard, many of whom sympathized with the actions of the true brothers. But in so doing, we have limited the influence of the zealots. The people are ready, my friend. This conference must go ahead. I knew you'd understand. The conference will take place on the border of Ishgardian and Dravanian territory in Falcon's Nest. Lucia is there seeing to the final preparations even as we speak. Pray join her at your earliest convenience. Would not do for the guest of honor to arrive late, after all. Oh, and one more thing. A drink! We should make time for one. Once the conference is concluded, I mean. By my reckoning, 'tis long overdue.
Never one to let an opportunity pass him by. Sir Aymeric wishes to take advantage of her recent shift in public sentiment towards the Dravanians to re-establish a relation with their neighbors. To that end, he has begun making formal arrangements for a peace conference in Falcon's Nest, to be attended by Vidofnir and by you, if possible. He admits that your presence would be more than a symbolic gesture, as he fears that Nidhogg and his followers may attempt to disrupt the proceedings. Moved by his passion, you agree and prepare to leave for Falcon's Nest and speak with Lucia. In that moment, however, Sir Aymeric calls out asking that you share a drink once the conference has concluded. Doubtless a gesture of gratitude and camaraderie, yet the moment a thought of unbeaten woman fight floating before great crystal gives you a pause, and though you accept his invitation, it is with heavy heart. Okay, it's time to go for Falcon's Nest. commander said you would come, Silverin. As you can see, preparations to the conference are proceeding apace. Mark well the curtain above. It conceals a relief that will be unworked during the conference. The masons labor day and night to see it finished on schedule. Sir Aymeric wanted a symbol which would endure long after his conference is concluded. I think he will be pleased with the result. That was not my fault, but I made it mine, and to see it draw closer to a resolution fills me with a strange hope. His faith is infectious. It's not. He's certainly that we can be better than we are. Forgive me, I'm rambling. You must be tired from your journey. Go rest and I will not keep you. Lucia is concerned that you seem to be looking for something to do. If you would rather not take a rest, then why not take a walk around Falcon's Nest, make your presence known to the people and so forth. In addition to those who have come from afar to attend this ceremony, you may meet Lord Artois and Emanelian, who have graciously volunteered their services. They should be glad to see you. Now, if you would excuse me, I must needs return to my duties. I'm glad to see that the rumors were true. Well met, Master. And fear not, I have no intention of begging your aid. It is all that everything appears to be in order. My only lingering concern is that one of the convicts might not have been informed of our plan. As I recall, Vidovni may pass directly over the encampment. The last thing we need is a glory-seeking nobleman attempting to slay a Dravanian ambassador to peace conference. Do you know when everything is set to begin? I wasn't sure how many might come, so I thought it best to come early and find a spot with a great view. When I heard that Sir Aymeric was planning to make a speech, I knew I couldn't miss. I mean, the man risked his own neck to rescue those hostages. How often do we get heroes like that in this day and age? And he is more than a fighter too. He's a thinker, he is. He got plans to better our lives, to change things, and he'll do it by the fury. Me and my friends and family, we all believe he can do it. Bloody exciting, isn't it? Not just a peace with the dragons, but with all them heretics besides. Don't misunderstand, we've all got healthy fear of being located in Dragonfire. That being said, the heretics did far more to hinder our efforts here in the past, so hearing that we are close to reconciliation come as a great relief. How much has changed since we fought alongside each other in the world? If you had told me then that we would soon be hosting a peace conference, I would have thought you a naive fool. You here we are preparing to make that fantasy a reality, huh? And here I am laboring to make it so. Lord Arthur, if I may. Certainly, First Commander, how may I be of service? Some of the convicts are refusing to stand down. The majority were willing to do so, but a small party have instead pledged to engage any Travanians bound for our consist. If you retake me, they would devise at Merrick's commands if they do attack Vidofnir. It will not come to that, but to see that it doesn't, we must need hasten to the encampment. They should be far more reluctant to oppose us. There are a lot of house for them present. I understand completely. Let us depart at once. But where do I must should you look after Emmanuel while I'm away? As you know, he has ever been an impulsive, changeable child, but recently he seems to have suffering from a bout of melancholy. I thought to lift his spirits by having him assist with guard duty, a simple but honorable chance, unlikely to expose him to danger given the presence of so many of other knights. Alas, he has taken no interest, and I fear he may abandon his post in my absence. As all I ask that you keep eye on him until I return, exhausting though that may be. Thank you, my friend. I promise we will not be long. Check details. But okay, we need to find. Once more a favor. There are Max Potion and Max Eater. Okay, I think Max Eater is fine. Emmanuel is less than his usual effervescent self. I'm rather busy at the moment, old boy, guarding his tavern as it were. Oh, I see now, Arthur thought I might be derelict in my duties. The nerve of my brother to question my dedication. But since you are here, mayhap I can put you to a proper use. The wasteland beyond the walls must be kept safe for travelers, yet I have been forbidden from leaving Falcon's Nest. It wouldn't do for our esteemed quest to be devoured by wolves, oh no, yet that is precisely what will happen if we do not cull the roaming packs. Your map, if I may write, there, those are points or scouts marked for patrol. I leave you to do it, old boy. Come, Honrod, I must return to my rounds. Oh dear, do be careful, my lord. So it seems that suddenly our quest was changed. Old habits are hard to break, as Emmanuel soon proved. Upon realizing that his brother asked you to look after him, the young lord proceeds to press you into duty, bidding you patrol several locations outside Falcon Nest where the wolves have been sighted. Before you can voice your opinion on the matter, Emelian vanishes, leaving you with a little choice but to carry out the menial task. So it seems that we are sent out of the Falcon's Nest. Just wondering where this leads to. This castle is then without any protection. But it seems that we need to go. And handle the job. I'll check if I can train my chocobo. Train chocobo against wolves. There is first location. And Chocobo is following. Okay, it was first, then the second area. Aha, we are very high. Location. Ah, there is something very deep eye. I don't remember those before. Seem like new type of. Okay, maybe I drop down. Okay, we have done chocobo training. Deep eye. Maybe I try this one. I think this time I need to fight with magic. Even if Chocobo is helping. Okay, we made it. Okay, Chocobo comes back. I check mend. Okay, it seems that something was in need of repair. Silverian Fool's Pain, it pleases me to inform you that I have completed my rounds, and that all is well with Valkyrie's nest. Oh, and there was a grizzled fellow looking for you, you know, the one who made the arsonist confess. Clever that. Ah, it's Tancred. Tancred was it. He was asking after you. Anyway, once I noticed the Carl's weapons he was sporting, I deemed it the waste to leave him be. I dispatched him to an area I neglected to mark on your map. Yes, this one. If you hurry, he might still be there. I wonder how far he was supposed to go. Ah, over here. A little bit northwest. Oh, what's the drop? We need to find. Sergeant's plan. Fancy meeting you here, Silverin. That was fortunate I came when I did. These two wouldn't have fared well against the wolves on their own. The young lord wasted no time taking advantage of you, did he? And me, I suppose. Let us return to Valko's nest, then and see what other thrilling task he may have for us. Okay, I just checked this village. Was there any? This whole village has been conquered. And I take mount. And there they are, a pair of gallant heroes, if I ever saw them, comrades in arms, reunited at last. By your selfless sacrifice have you guaranteed the safety of our many quests. On behalf of Isgard, I thank you both. And with that there is not left to do but to enjoy our well-earned respite. Okay, we need to select, and I think I take rather Max Eater. Good for heal. For those we have lost. Emmanuel seems rather pleasant with himself. Oh, and this should, of course, go without saying, But let's keep those last few favors between us. Yes, Artois wouldn't understand. Right then, the first floor of those barracks has been converted in the tavern for the duration of the conference. Why don't you go and have something to eat? For once, a suggestion with which I agree. Go on ahead, Silverian. I will join you anon.
Welcome, welcome! Find yourself an empty seat and I'll be with you in a moment. Cold out, isn't it? Here, a mug on the house. Let's get some colour back in them cheeks.
First time I see our hero without a hat.
Afraid food will be a bit longer than usual. We've got a lot of hungry folk to feed, what with the conference and all. Oh, so many people with cause to celebrate. To think there could be peace in our time, after all them years of fighting. When I heard about the conference, I knew I had to come. I knew I had to be here, to do my bit. My husband, he died fighting the dragons, you see. And here we are, about to break bread with them.
Eco.
You were right, my lord. You look tired. Reckon you could do with a good long rest?
Aha, the drink.
After all you've done, I say you're dead. Sleep now. Sleep. Sleep and leave us to our affairs. This was never your fight.
Eco.
My son. They told me he walks in Alone's halls. Him and the rest of his unit.
They told me the same.
I expect they think it's comforting. Every time I come, I cry. I cannot bear to remember, but to forget would be 1,000 times worse. Yet that is what they would have us do. Accept this truth for the sake of peace. Bury the past and look to the future. But he was my future. My flesh and blood. My heart.
Is this it? We're the only ones with the courage to oppose this madness? Cowards, a lot of them. They think only of the prize, of the peace Sir Emmerich promises them. They know in their hearts it's a lie, but they go along with it anyway, desperate fools. But not I. Not I! I see the worm that killed my brother in my dreams every night, and I will not rest until he lies broken at my feet. Him and every last one of his accursed kin. All this nonsense about Kings of Hell, as if I care what they did or didn't do. Makes no difference to me and mine. Have the dragons sued for peace in 1,000 years? Are they bollocks? It's a bloody ruse is what it is, and Sir Emmerich and the rest of them bloody fallen for it.
But what can we do? They believe, and naught we can say will ever change their minds. Whether we like it or not, man and dragon will come together at Vulcan's Nest, and all will be forgiven. Forgiven and forgotten.
No. I will not let that happen. They will remember the true face of the enemy. I will show it to them. And we will rise up against them once more.
Hey! Hey! This is no time for napping.
Tagred comes to wake up.
Do you have your wits about you? Good. Come with me. We have a crisis on our hands.
Hear me, brothers and sisters. Do not be fooled by the honeyed words of the Dravarnians. The peace they promise is but a prelude to slaughter. Remember your husbands and wives never returned from war. Your children torn apart by fang and claw. All your loved ones shown no mercy. Does not your heart cry out for vengeance? Your blood boil at the injustice? Remember the face of your enemy, brothers and sisters! Remember it! And strike back!
You there! Don't just stand around gawping! Do something, man! Stop her!
Yes, my lord.
See here the true nature of the Highborn. With lies and deception they lead us to our doom. And dare we raise our voices in dissent? Death is our reward. This is the choice they have given us, brothers and sisters. Death by Dragon's Fang, or death by Nobleman's command. Death to all we hold dear! I spit on your choices, noblemen! You will take no more from me! No more! No more!
Oh.
What have you done? I only did as you ordered, my lord.
Repelisät hän propa.
I gave no such order. I did not. I never meant for anyone to...
Ideas that couldn't have played out any worse, given that the first commander and Lord Arthur are not here to take control of the situation. I spoke with a messenger who said that they would be returning shortly, but until they do, naught will be done. Lord Emmanuel has the retreated barracks and is refusing to speak to anyone. Therefore it falls to us to ensure that order has been fully restored. Come, let me us walk the street and speak with the people. My wife and I fell with fleeing with the others at first. The churchions tend to our bruises afterwards. Those mad fools have ruined everything, and for what? They were wrong to resort to violence, but when I heard her speak, her words were as a dagger in my heart. Who are we to decide that enough is enough, that her calls for justice can never be answered? Will this be the end of it, or will there be others like them and the true brothers? I don't want to steal against my kinsmen ever again. I do not know if I ever can. I would hear the rumors that the young lord was a drunken fool, what imbecile, though it would be a good idea to let him have the run of Falcon's Nest. Well, I say him and Sir Aymeric teared bloody chains and sew it up their asses. I'll not be taken in by that rot again. Well, what say you? So the violence has passed, but people are far from recovered. That is so be expected. For the moment it appears that no innocents were harmed by the guards. The blame for all casualties can be placed squarely upon the protester. Nevertheless, the people will not soon forget the image of young lordling ordering the public execution of unarmed protester, one whose words resonated with the hearts of many. After all, who among us has not lost loved ones? Tancred would like nothing more than to leave Falcon Nest behind. There are different kind of these are augmented. If there is blade, arm, this goes for warrior, and then okay, another arm and samurai. So these are more like warrior type of weapons. I think of course I could take this one, because these are not for, currently not for my heal. Lord Arthur and the first commander should have returned by now. To the tavern then, the first order of business will be to speak with Lord Emmanuel, and I somehow doubt that he has moved an illness since last we saw him. My apologies, Silverian. I will bear full responsibility for this debacle. There will be limit for that later. I for one am more concerned about picking up the pieces. What do we know? According to initial reports, the protest was orchestrated by the young woman whom Lord Emmanuel ordered shot. She and her conspirators infiltrated Falcon's Nest, posing as servants and quest. Several were taken alive, others resisted and were struck down, still others took their own lives. Our forces suffered casualties as well. By the grace of the Fury, no civilians were seriously injured. Still more remarkably, the ringleader yet lives. For the time being, at least, the Kirkers are doing what they can for her, but she may not live through the night. Given the impeccable timing, it's like that the convicts who drew us away from the hamlet were in league with the protesters. Accordingly, we have detained them for questioning. I'll be sworn that these villains spent as much effort plotting the failure of this peace conference as we did its success. Well, if the mood of Hamlet is any indication, there have been the more fruitful labors. In the wake of protest, the people seem disillusioned. You spoke with them, I see. Then, Sir Aymeric placed his trust in me. It will be difficult to explain what has happened here. Remember how far we have come, First Commander. The people of Sweden may be shaken, but we convinced them before and will do so again. If we can but find a means to remind them, to show them once more the promise that change holds for all, and this tragedy too shall pass into the past. We must pray that you are right. Nevertheless, for the time being, I have no choice but to suspend the peace conference pending Sir Aymeric's final decision. Under my circumstances, I cannot leave Falcon's Nest, Silverian. Will you deliver my report to the Lord Commander in my stead? Get up, Emanelian. You're going with him. Going on without me. I wasn't asking. You will answer for your actions in person, is that clear? Yes, my lord, come, Honorable. Your manservant is not here. In fact, I haven't seen him from some time. Oh, surprise, Honorable. Honorable, I could have sworn he was. Was he working to the opposite side? Once I have determined that my presence is no longer required, I will return to the capital as well. Pray give my regards to the Lord Commander. I too had best remain here for a time. I should hope that the worst has paused, but it's too early to say for certain. This is actually a new kind of way to practice. 1600. So you kind of will test how much you will do damage. But okay, we need to find. I check details. With tired eyes, Lucian briefs you on the latest developments, aided by grim-faced Lord Artois. They revealed that the incident and conflict was more than likely a ruse intended to draw them away from the hamlet, and that the protest leader, while gravely wounded, yet lives. Their report concludes, you share your own assessment that while order was restored, the people's faith in Sir Aymeric and his initiative has been gravely shaken. Head bowed, Lucia solemnly acknowledges that she has no choice but to call halt to proceedings. Lord Artois duly orders his brother to return to his guard and answer for his actions, and he suddenly calling for his manservant to accompany him. Honorable, however, is nowhere to be seen. Rising to his feet in panic, Emanuel cast about for the missing boy before dashing outside to search for him. Okay, so we need the church. Aha, over here.
Onawa! No, no! What have they done to you? Onawa! Onawa!
Is that you, my lord? You seem rather flustered.
Because of you, you imbecile! What in the seven hells happened to you?
My apologies. Some few of the guests expressed a wish to leave, and I implored them to stay. It would seem they took issue with my request.
Oh, gods forgive me. If I had only been more careful with my words.
Do not blame yourself, my lord. I know that you and your brother have Ishgard's best interests at heart. That poor woman. She lives in the past, clinging to the memories of the lost. But the future holds so much promise, so much joy. And you know that better than any.
Onawa?
Calm yourself. The boy will live. But it's imperative we get him inside and into the care of a Kairujan without delay.
Okay, healing.
Oh, we were so close! Why does it all have to fall to pieces? Don't they want to live in peace? Don't they want to be happy? We all want the same thing! And still it falls to pieces! Tell me, what was I supposed to do? Someone, anyone, tell me, what was I supposed to do?
Stop looking to others. You make your choice and you live with the consequences.
And what would you know about consequences? You who always know just what to say and just what to do. Your every deed is greeted with a round of applause.
Straight knockout.
You know nothing about me. I have fought tooth and nail for the people I hold dear. Done everything in my power to save them. And I have failed. Learn to live with it. I have.
The fallen people on both sides. Okay, maybe I'll check the status. I will take him to the Kirkerans. It's the least I can do. 3 dots. Okay, I check what was here. You come upon a badly beaten Honorward at the airship landing. Moments before Tancred and Lord Emmanuel arrive. As the loading calls out to the young boy, he opens his eyes, explaining that he attempted to dissuade the small folk from leaving. A request which invited violent reprisal for those who resented Lord Emmanuel for his role in ending the protest. After offering some words of comfort, the child's eyes closed once more, prompting his master to loudly bemoan the circumstances of his failure. His continued refusal to accept the responsibility grates your ears, and you step forward to speak, only to be stopped by Tancred, who proceeds to scold Emanuel himself, overcome with rage and flappable archons, lecturing. The lording unwisely lashes out, declaring that man has never felt sting of failure. Tancred in turn deals Lord Emanuel a swinging blow, snarling that he knows nothing of him and his failures. With that storms over, leading to loading, the nurse is rapidly swelling jaw. I may have overreacted, but it needed to be done. He was becoming hysterical. Okay, it was hysterical. Preparation. I understand the desire to look for reason, for excuses, to convince yourself you have no choice. But past is the past, and there is naught to be gained from relieving your mistakes. I know this, but this time I take this Allakan silver piece. Okay, this is interesting. Augmented claws. Slipstream partisan. Augmenting toward grease. Hellfire shield. Okay, again this seems that these are not suitable for healer. So I go again with the silver pieces. Tancred has lost all patience with Lord Emanuel. I had no desire to wait for the lordling to emerge from his puddle of self-pity. There are important matters to attend to in Isgard. Tancred, unwilling to wait for Lord Emanuel to gather himself, declares that you have more important matters to attend to in Isgard before taking his leave. Indeed, he is correct, for Sir Emeric is still waiting for you to deliver Lucia's report in her stead. Okay, it's time to go back to Foundation. Cannot execute at this time. Aha. Just a moment. Let's check. Okay, really, yes, we are in Falcon's Nest. And I also check my, okay, everything is in good condition. Let's check again, can we? Okay, now we are able to teleport. There was something happening which made it impossible to do teleportation. You are expected, sir. Pray proceed. Word of demonstration and its resolution as strict you, Silverian, every man, woman, and child of Isgard has heard the tale. It is rumored that my youngest lack of judgment was to blame. Of course, such stories are prone to exaggeration. What exactly came to pass? I see. So that is the root of it. Regardless of his intent, the result is undeniable. He has furthered the cause of this misguided few who cannot let go of the past. In an instant, the delicate peace we were poised to forge is once more beyond us. To dwell so deeply on the war and the vengeance it begets, only for that to be taken away. Is it any wonder that they were left bereft? For what was this sacrifice? Have we not to show for our suffering? Through peace sufficient salve, but mayhap I was mistaken. We are warriors, Lord Edmund, and ours is a nation built on centuries of warfare. Right or wrong, this is who we are, and we deny it at our peril. To hold on the past without being beholden to it, we must needs find a way to honor the sacrifice of our forefathers without glorifying in their excesses. A difficult path to be, sir. We dare not to deny the scars which mar our nation's soul, lest we put out of this innocent soul to retrace them. But as you say, we dare not reveal in the past glories either, for they are tainted all. clear ambitious enemy and undeniably righteous cause. This is a bitter reflection, but lies true they didn't long serve to unite us. No truth will ever serve as well, I fear, yet we are not without options. At our last meeting, a proposal was tabled by other members of the Earthen Alliance for joint military exercises to strengthen the ties between our nations and to test our readiness to meet with the common threat. I had thought to delay these exercises until after the peace conference, but mayhap a grand melee would be just the hitting thing to lift our bleeding spirits. Better still, an occasion for Temple Knights and Forts to take the field as allies. Unified Iscardian force with men and women from all walks of life, which would stand against coalition of the allied nations' finest. Hosted by Iscard in the shadow of Gates of Judgment, victory under such circumstances would serve as a reaffirmation, a declaration to all sundry that we all strong and united as ever. Such victory would do much to fan the flames of patriotism, it's true, but if we should be defeated though, even to hold our own against the cream of three nations might be presented as a triumph. Very well, you may count on my support for what the little it's worth. However, I have request I would have my son Emmanuel take part in the grand melee. By his deed he is brought shame upon his guard, and so by his deeds I would have him bring our nation's honor. As you wish, my lord, if that is desire, then it shall be so. Now then, we have no time to lose, Silverian. Would you be so kind as to deliver my instructions to Lucia? I shall write the alliance leader at once and begin making arrangement for the grand melee. Should you chance to see my son, pray inform him of his duty. If he has not already returned, he will soon enough, making every effort to avoid me. So that is the solution, grand melee to unite the people. And what part would they have you play in this affair? I wonder, you whom they have taken into their confidence, upon whom they have come to so heavily to rely. As will you oblige them when the proposition is made? Will you stand for Iscard once more? We have come this far, have we not? Well, then you put it like that, I suppose it would be a shame not to see through to the bitter end. So for this grand melee of his, Sir Aymeric wishes to field a force comprising both his Temple Knights and Hilda's Watch. Yes, I can only imagine what she will have to say about that. In fact, curiosity compels me to go and see for myself. Well met, Silverian, have you spoken with Sir Aymeric? I was aware of the Alliance request, so Sir Aymeric would turn these exercises into spectacle for the masses. It is not that I doubt the efficacy of such plan, indeed, I know its effectiveness only too well, having witnessed it firsthand. Nevertheless, he has not once given me reason to doubt his intentions, and these are desperate times indeed. I will select knights for the event for fight, as for the watch. Did he now? He considered of Master Tancred to seek out our young fort's commander of his own volition. As he acted prematurely, pre-deliver this list of fort's candidates to Hilda. I would have her best men, not her most dispensable. Tancred's been telling me all about Sir Aymeric Grand Soiree, since we are expected to join in. It is nice of him invite us and all, but I hope he knows what he's doing, cause we ain't dressed to dance with the professional bleeding soldiers. Corresponds from Lucia addressed to Hilda. Well, seems the first commander's gone and handpicked her quest. Can say I disagree with her choices, though she's got good eye. Will you begging fighting too? Reckon it would inspire the lads if you were. Might take their minds off getting their hides tamed and all. Think about it, I hate to ask, but you haven't seen our favorite lordling, haven't you? I thought not. One assumption that he is not to be found in his father's loving embrace. I suggest we split up and look for him. I will search foundation and you the pillars. Here. Okay, best idea to turn around. So maybe it's good to go higher. remember we have material melder here. And I think I had one even better. But do I have any extra location? Maybe I check if I can. I try to remove one of. And okay, it's okay, it was body item. And okay, it goes equipped. For some reason, cannot be melded on the piece of equipment past the first advanced material melding slot. I check one thing. I check this. Just testing. Okay, I cannot steal. Okay, let's put them back. So it's something like past the first advanced material melding slot. I carried on Norroyd to Manor. Our best Kirkans are turning to him as we speak. He has yet to wake, but surely he will. So Vata has volunteered me for this grand melee of theirs. My beloved family always making my decisions for me. No, it's not like that, it's just, or you wouldn't understand. How could you? You are free to be man you want to be, whereas I'm son of House Wotan, don't you see? My future was determined before I was born, what I could and couldn't do. Right or wrong, that was the way of it, until the order began to crumble. Now we wander amidst the trouble, searching for a purpose, for a place. All around me, brave and women rise to the occasion. With faith and conviction, they dedicate themselves to their causes, but not I. I was terrified of making wrong choice, which is why I let better men make them for me. Do this, do that, take this duty, guard this conference. I suppose I had convinced myself I was above it until your friend showed me otherwise. When I saw Honoroid, I wanted to scream. I wanted someone to blame. But in the end, there was only me. Only me. So you see, I cannot merely bow my head and accept Father's command. Such cowardice is what brought me to this point. I will go to Sir Aymeric and I will make my own decision. We need to go concretion. I just check what is this about. Gentleman falls rather than flies. As you catch sight of Nasu, you cannot help but wonder if you are about to have a bad time. I just check what is this really. Well, I bet Silverian, it's the less pleasure to you see again. Wait, is this what we call serendipity? Isn't it? That settles it. You have got to help me find the inspector. Inspector. Don't say that this is one of those detectives, is it? Or I was hoping you would silently agree. So I have been trying to calculate the trajectory. The inspector. Is this really Hildibrand quest? The trajectory the inspector took when he was catapulted in the sky again. I have triple checked my figures and concluded he must have landed somewhere here in the sky. Unfortunately, the investigation has been proceeding as smoothly as I had hoped. But now that you are here, we are soon to make some progress. Come, let's speak with the merchants and see if anyone has had dealings with the gentleman Highlander. Okay, so this is a little bit new Hildibrand quest. So I check what was the name. I think I need to do this later. It seems that I have found hidden Hildibrand quest. So this looks like this is continuation to the Hildibrand quest line. Lord Commander is not to be disturbed. May I ask what matter demands his personal attention? I see very well you meant.
Lord Commander, if I may, I wish to speak with you before the Grand Melee.
Proceed.
How do you do it, my lord? How do you lead with such certainty, when so many of our countrymen will not hear of peace with the Dravanians? Some of them hate you almost as much as the dragons themselves. They decry you as a patricide in the streets. They even tried to kill you, for God's sakes. Yet still, you march on, undaunted, where no archbishop dared to tread. What is your secret? Where do you find the strength?
For centuries, our nation has been punished for the sins of our forefathers. If our punishment is to end, I believe we must right the wrongs of antiquity and move forward as a nation united. Needless to say, my father did not share this opinion. He did not believe the people strong enough to bring about their own deliverance, trusting only in himself. Tyranny seemed to him the only solution. But I have faith in the people, Lord Amanalain. I have faith that they will weather this storm and overcome every trial we set before them. Many have fought and died to see this blight upon our nation's history cleansed, and I would not let their sacrifices be in vain. Though we invite reprisals, the risk is worth the reward.
I want to believe. I do. Lord Commander, through my careless orders, a pall has been cast over these proceedings, and I beg the opportunity to make amends. I, Amanalain de Forton, do hereby request leave to take part in the Grand Melee.
Who am I to deny such a heartfelt plea? We would be honored to have you join the fray, my lord.
You will take charge of the Ishgardian forces.
For all my other responsibilities, I am still Lord Commander of the Temple Knights, and I would not soon yield this duty to another.
The esteemed Sir Emmerich leading the Temple Knights and the Watch into battle along with my youngest. I could wish for no more.
Then you wish for too little, my lord. There is another who might yet join the fray. An indispensable ally to whom we owe much and more. An adventurer beholden to none, who nevertheless chose to champion our cause, who has shared in our suffering and in our glory. A warrior without equal, who I am privileged to call a friend. There is no one I would rather have fighting by my side. I ask this in full knowledge of your obligations, and will not think less of you should you refuse. But if your conscience will allow it, might you oblige me, my friend, one more time?
Taking part in the inside battle.
Together we shall give the people a spectacle for the ages, a celebration to mark the dawning of a new era.
God help me, I think it might be love. I dare say it might be cheating too. Young mere presence is enough to turn the tide of the most battle. And did you see the way his eyes lit up when you nodded? That was a look of boundless relief and joy. One would think a politician more practiced at concealing his emotion. Still, his honesty does seem credit for a moment. I was very inspired to pledge myself to the cause, but that would be improper. This is their fight, and yours, but not mine. Check one. Again, it seems that these are here is other jobs rather than for heal, and a spectacle for the ages. The grand melee is supposed to begin and Lucia wouldn't be late. So Americ informs me that the Alliance leaders have agreed to his proposal. The grand melee will be held here in the shadow of the Gates of Judgment and inside of the capital. An announcement has been made and light forces are currently en route. The eyes of Iskar are upon us, Silverian. We mustn't fail. A rare opportunity to see you pit yourself against allied forces outside of Carteno, perhaps. I wouldn't miss this for the world. We need to go here. Crossing the steps. Okay, Gates of Judgment. The second commander and Hitler's lieutenants shall see to the security of the city in my absence. The melee demands undivided attention. It ain't often high-born dandies deign to fight alongside us. Horrible, like all our names they rolled into one, is this. Then it's again our nation's pride that's all at stake, national and personal. I ain't about to let not snotty-nosed lordlings show me up. It is matter of pride for alliance as well. They will not scruple to send their best against us. They must not be cowed. Too much rest of our success. It looks be veritable who's who of the Asian alliance. The only question is who came to watch and who came to fight. None more, definitely none more. Oh. There I say, when you didn't appear, I begin to question. Nothing, never mind. Ahem, to think that we are mere moments away from facing the cream of Asian soldiers in a battle, that I am mere, but what if? What I'm saying, I have to stop imagining the worst. I must think of the victory, of the glory, of the stories I'll tell the owner when he awakes. Honoroid. I'm ready, old boy, are you? Okay, so we go now to the main. By the Fury, how could I forget? Father bids me present this to you. I know it's sudden, but we believe men would find it inspiring if you bore the colors of our wartime in the battle. Pray us this on. During the grand melee, some of your gear will be glamored. Your attributes and abilities will be unaffected. Okay, so we have a different kind of gear for the house. Okay, this time very different gear. Not typical fight cleric healer.
Let all here present heed well the rules of engagement.
The Grand Melee is a large-scale battle in which an allied company of Ulta, Gridadians and Lomison's forces will be pitted against a company of Iscarian forces. When a combatant is incapacitated, the opposing company will be awarded a tactical point. The first company to attain the designated tactical rating of 100 points is declared victor. During the Grand Melee, Officers may mark certain combatants with a furious grey gaze, which will be indicated by an ethereal tether linking them to the company's flag. While defeating the most combatants will award your company 1 tactical point, defeating marked combatant will award your company 10 tactical points. Marked combatants also possess enhanced attributes, rendering them more powerful and more difficult to defeat. Defending and defeating these combatants is the key to victory. So we must also defend them.
For the honor and the glory of Ishgard!
Aha, there are none more than for pirates. Really royalty.
All is ready. Very well.
Okay, here is Nanamo, Queen of the Ulda.
Men and women of the Eorzean Alliance, let the grand melee begin!
And I'm interested who we need to defend. So even if you attack, you still need to defend. Let's check who we need to defend. Okay, now I see we have someone we need to do. Oh. Tankred. One hit tactic. Come to the melee, we'll deal with him. All forces from Blind and Silverian now. Aha, I am now the one who needs to be protected. And I think, is it now really Raubahn? I will not lie, I was hoping it would quantities, so then shall we dance? Aha, damn it all. So it seems to be 1 against 1. I really wonder how this goes against Raubahn. Personal fight. 1 legendary. I won. So it was against Legendary Raubahn, personal fight.
Did he win? Then we...
Victory is ours! Ishgard! Ishgard! Well fought! Well fought, my friend! You truly are the warrior of warriors.
Thank the Fury you were on our side.
My lungs are burning, and I can barely stand. I didn't think I could do it, but then I did. We did. We faced the Alliance's best, and together, with one heart, with one purpose, we prevailed. After 1,000 years of hardship, of strife and bloodshed, we are strong enough to rise to any challenge, be it on the battlefield or beyond. The future holds so much promise, so much joy. We need only show them the way.
Nanamo, Raubahn, and then the
truly magnificent display, Sir Knight. While doubtless less than pleased, I am quite sure the Grand Companies are honored to have been bested by such valiant warriors.
The honor was ours, Your Grace.
I am pleased to see that Ishgard's proud martial tradition is being upheld. When the time comes, I trust you will fight alongside your brothers and sisters in the Eorzean Alliance with the same fervor you displayed in opposing them. I note that our friend elected to take the field in Ishgardian colors.
At my behest, Your Grace. If we have given offense, the blame lies with me.
Fear not, Sir Knight. It was a surprise, nothing more. And any hint of ill feeling was thoroughly dispelled by the spectacle of our mutual friend's duel with General Raubahn. On the subject of surprises, I could not help but marvel at the passion and unity of purpose displayed by your countrymen, given the troubling reports we have received of late.
I shall take that as a compliment, Your Grace. The events to which you allude are the price of change. The end of the Dragonsong War marks the beginning of a new era for our nation, and for the people, high and lowborn alike, who will lead her into the future.
Ah, yes. The people. Change is indeed a perilous thing, for we who seek it, and they who fear it. I shall pray for Ishgard, and for you.
Well, that made for a refreshing change. Congratulations on your victory, by the way. Ishgardians certainly seem happy with themselves. I, for my part, am merely glad you did not strain anything in the process of single-handedly winning the battle for them.
Fight with Cyclops.
Tis but a scratch, I assure you. And I will not suffer you to worry over me. Not when we have a dozen far more important concerns.
It seems that Tancred doesn't have those magical powers what he used to have.
Make that 2 dozen. Still, as Y'shtola never tires of telling me, we can but face them head-on, one at a time. One day at a time. As Miss Filia would have done.
That pulse I had forgotten what it was like to feel so alive. Not since leaving the Bloodsands have had the privilege, not since the pool of Alamico hung up his words. Back then the outcome might have been different, but I don't begrudge for you for your victory. I know how far you have come, how much you have endured, our fight only confirmed it. We shall have to do this again one day, when time allows. I shall look forward to it. Now go to the Ishgardians and celebrate your victory. You earned it. Come, Pippin. Her grace is expecting us. Lead on, father. Check. We need to go. say your goodbyes. In all years I have known Raubahn, I cannot recall ever seeing him look so happy in defeat. Well, everything seems to be falling into place, doesn't not? These guardians have claimed a symbolic victory, and the Essen alliance have been strengthened in the process. Be proud, Hildibrand. You made this happen. You have learned the emote victory. Oh, so we got new emote. And I think this is kind of cool stopping point. So we have final battle with Raubahn, and Tancred was battling with Cyclops, and there were quite of events before coming to this great champion battle. So I want to thank you for everyone for stopping by and for watching.